Hello, welcome to the presentation of the syllabus training where we're talking about the green campaign. So, thinking of launching a green campaign. This is just to be a bit more mindful of the environment. Green campaign's main focus will be to develop a sustainable team for raising the awareness regarding environments, obviously creating more green, using sustainable products, for example, eliminating plastics, so less paper and stuff in the office and more email forms. Reducing the electrical and water usage, so try and use all natural lights where possible, not waste water, so if we have a dishwasher in the office, not to use it as much. Ways that we're going to communicate this would be oral to each other, face-to-face in meetings, and via emails, obviously, because that's going to save on paper. And if it's on the email form, we all have access to reread it at a later date and just research if we forget. Obviously, there's some benefits to this. Everyone will be benefited, including the employees, environment, and of course the business. Regulatory and legal compliance, so we need to ensure that we follow the rules of the law as well, even though we're changing to green. Green marketing awareness will follow, so we're going to do more marketing and more posters and have information on how we can make it more green. And the impact on the morale of the workers and how it's going to be positive, so how people can make it more for them. Of course, it's going to be beneficial to them, and it's just going to be a more fun environment. And how we're going to be more sustainable as a team. Overall, we just got to go paperless. That's a big problem. Many organisations are well on their way to becoming paperless, but for some businesses, cutting out paper completely isn't an option. So another way we can look at double-sided paper, whether business can do that, or more emails, stuff like that. Reuse and recycle. So if you've made a mistake, you've printed off some forms, just rip it in half and staple together, make it into a notepad, or put it into another tray and we can print some other stuff on that. Reduce the energy. So turning off lights, if you've got TVs and you're not in there, turn them off. Same for your computer screens when working. Add plants. So I think we need to put some more plants into the office. That's going to make everyone feel more aware as well when you see the plants and you can just breathe around. And choose sustainable suppliers. That's a big one. Some of the suppliers can't go green. But research if they have or what they're doing, what we can do as well. Monthly challenge. So as a team, I think we should make it a contest in which other team members can become more green. So whoever turns off their computer screen the most when they're finishing work, who uses less paper, obviously because we have to sign when we print off work. We could all go out and plant some trees together, adopt a road or a park, and pick up litter as a company. So we could all go out for a day and offer to do some volunteer work in rainforest. Build a compact compost bin together. So we could have a compost bin outside or a recycle bin in the office next to the printers. Ensure that we really push that. And we could plant a garden in the office. So we've got a bit of space upstairs. We can put some turf down, put some vegetable gardens out, stuff like that. And it just makes it more of a relaxed environment as well. Reducing electrical waste. So we're going to install energy efficient lighting. This will be a big impact. Switching off your appliances at the wall. So if you finish work for the day, just switch off your computer, obviously by the desktop, but also at the wall. Same for your lights. Using sensors for lights so they can just switch off if they have had no movement. Get energy monitoring systems so you can judge how often you're using them. And check appliance settings. So you just use a low setting or check as an ecosystem setting. Double-sided paper, this is a big one, okay? Paper is the largest component of waste in an office. Obviously, because businesses all need to use paper. Halve your workload and print double-sided wherever possible. Reuse paper that has only been printed on one side. Like I said before, you can use it as a scrapbook. Switch to electronically communications wherever possible. Emails, text messages, the online work, text messages systems, or the group chats that we use. Subtitle paper communications with emails and consider using only soft copy versions. Take your computer to meetings, so instead of having paper, you can take your iPad, your computers, write notes down there, via that way. Electronically invoicing and archiving, that will obviously reduce paper load, of course. Continuing, reduce your default size. So if you obviously make the font smaller, you're going to use less paper, of course. The difference will be barely noticeable, but over time, it will save a huge amount of paper and printer toner. Cut your paper use and cost by 50%. Dedicate one printer or printer tray to reuse paper. Place paper that has been used on one side next to the printers, and you can reuse it again, obviously next to that delegated printer. Email pay slips to each other. And lastly, submit timesheets, leave forms and rosters via email instead of printing out copies. Any questions, guys? I've got a couple I'd like to know. How do you feel about turning green? Do you think that this is going to be a good idea? Will it work? And can we all do our part? So if you guys can think about that, and we'll continue this discussion soon. Thank you.